here, a bit of a stinker coming in here, kind of just cleaning house with SADBOIS. A bit of a surprising 3-0-3-0 there, and really showing how strong that this team and this roster can be. And I'm excited to see how they take on Demons RAAAAHH.
Yeah, definitely a little bit shocking. I'm not going to lie to you, Showtime fans. I spent a lot of this week prepping for a El Clasico final once again, but they've proven that they deserve to be here. We've got the map picks and bans coming out here down at the bottom of your screen. It is going to be Night Market to kick things off as Demons RAAAAHHH's choice. They will be heading right back over to that Night Market, looking to see if they can find similar success to what they had up against the SADBOIS in our winners final just a couple hours ago.
Yeah, interesting map picks here. Not gonna be seeing too many stuff here. Demons RAAAAHH banning Taiko Temple, I think, is pretty interesting. Seeing how I wouldn't really expect that of them normally. I think they're pretty actually good at that map. But after seeing what Showtime did to SADBOIS, who is arguably one of the best, if not the best, at Taiko Temple, you kind of have to respect it, right? So definitely a well played maneuver there from them. And yeah, I mean, pretty standard here overall. Night Market, Clarion, pretty much the same map, just a little bit more flavor on the Clarion side of things. And then if we go to a Game 3 on the first reset here, it will be that Gates of Obscura, which I'm excited if we do get there to see, because I think both these teams are actually very good on that map, but for different reasons. I think Joker and Xianzu are really good at controlling the core and like getting on offense on that map, but the amount of damage, pressure, and just, I guess, pure adrenaline that Demons RAAAAHH puts into play on that Gates of Obscura map. Really interesting to see as well. So I'm hoping for a Game 3, but I mean, we'll have to see. I don't know if you know this, by the way, Gordo, before we get into character draft here, but at the beginning of the season, we did a 3-way little prediction, team prediction, who's going to win. Maybe like 25% meme, 70% belief after getting destroyed by Showtime and scrims over and over again. I put them to win the entire thing with SADBOIS and then Demons. So I'm already wrong with, SADBOIS now being confirmed third, but I'm hoping for the Showtime win. I want to see them a little bit of a change here, but I'm expecting we're going to see some interesting things going on here regardless as we see the draft come in and Demons RAAAAHH are actually going to take away the Asher.
They are. They're going to give up the Atlas and the Zentaro in the process. So Demon's going to be rocking that Asher, like you pointed out, back to the classic Aimi and the Kai to round out the composition on pick 6. Now going to be the Atlas Zentaro now joining them here. So the now does end up making it through. Feels like a strong Showtime composition here, particularly with that now likely going into the hands of Xianzu. Has found a lot of success on that pick. See how they're going to be able to navigate this one up against one of the most dominant teams in North American Strikers League history. Demons RAAAAHH, they've never walked away with the chip here, at least in the modern era, but they have always been contenders. They've constantly been up in the top 2 of the regular season standings, and this feels like it is a real chance for them to walk away with a NASL title. Let's find out in a couple seconds if they're going to be able to do it here up against Showtime.
Yeah, starting up the game now, and really, I'm not sure which comp I'd honestly favor. I'm really happy to see Demons kind of play into the Showtime here, deny some of them their picks, right? They still get the Atlas in the now, and Joker definitely not upset about getting Zentaro. Very much not a weak character. Joker's not shy to it. But Demons RAAAAHH going with kind of a similar style, going for that Amy Asher and then the Kai goalie to hold it down. Gumi is kind of a notorious Kai player from all the way back in beta. So a lot of experience on this pick here. And Amy, obviously, Amy and kind of synonymous with each other at this point in the midfield. So I think this is going to be a really close game. The only thing that I will say might be interesting is the fact that it's unstoppable start. I feel like all 6 players might even run it at this point. Maybe the Kai might go aerials if he's feeling it, or the Zentaro, but nope, it's going to be... Oh, actually, yeah, the Kai goes aerials, but all their 5 members will be going that unstoppable.
All right, the classic unstoppable start here as we get into game 1 of what could be 6 games of Omega Strikers here, Borg. Finals reset is on the table if Showtime are able to take the win in this first series. But first things first, let's see if they will be able to do so. Demons RAAAAHH looking to close things out right here. First barrier already going to drop for Showtime. It's going to be matched on the opposite side.
Yep, matched right away. I mean, both teams kind of already putting the pace on, and I mean, Demons RAAAAHH want to start this off with a bang. They want to get that first goal, getting both barriers down immediately. Snake just showing that Showtime is not the only team that can play the Asher.
Not at all here, and Gumi pressuring up at the top, gonna be able to find it here, and takes it home. Well done by him. Coming on out of the goal arc, as he is known to do, and make the scores happen. Still been playing a completely different type of goalie, it feels like, than pretty much everybody else in the North American Strikers League with how involved he is in the offense. And showing it there once again is here he is up in front of Kainoob yet again. I mean, who's the midfielder, who's the goalie? You could always make that debate.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Demons RAAAAHH is really interesting is that Gumi and Kainoob aren't two players; they're just one unit, right? They're just I guess the backside of the team, right? Like
sure.
the defensive end together as one. And great play there from Joker, but stopped immediately from the flip on Gumi and Kainoob both. But you know, Showtime now. Got 2 flips down. Joker using his now to secure that barrier. Shionzu's about to get flipped as well, and this might just be a Showtime goal. Doesn't even need to flip, and Joker in the perfect place for that strike there. Showtime answer right back, Gordo.
Yeah, getting knocked around a little bit, finds himself staggered, but does end up coming up with the point regardless. That'll tie us up at 1-1 in our very first set of the grand finals here. Kainoob going to be able to win that immediate kickoff, trying to pressure it up towards the top. Snake trying to take control using the path splitter to get it into position. One more big barrier beam and a nice stuff out of the flip from Barcode. Will be able to get Snake that first barrier, but it's responded to on the opposite side by Joker. Very experienced brawler player in his own right here. Definitely knows how to take some of these when the opportunity presents itself. But there's going to be Snake managing to get the bounce off of the center, able to take down the second barrier, looking for a scoring opportunity. Joker trying to steal it away, does get knocked back away by Kainoob. And Snake waiting around up for a pass from his midfielders. There's going to be Gumi pressuring it from midfield, pass back on over. Joker going to be able to stop it yet again, getting into Shionzu's hands and trying to set up for their own offense on the Showtime side. Kainoob taking it back in towards the bottom. Barcode going to be able to use the strike shot to try to clear things back out, but it's going to be Kainoob trying to guide it back up towards Snake. Really good placement on the sentry turret, but it won't actually end up finding its way out of the core. The flip comes through from Kainoob. A nice cyber swipe finds a KO, sets up for the goal, but cleared out by Joker once again. They will be able to hold on to the point for now, but finally Kainoob sends it into the top corner and will get the score for Demons RAAAAHH.
Yeah, Demons, just unrelenting pressure there. Gumi running up, and then once you think he's gone, then Kainoob shows up, uses abilities, and Snake really just standing on top of Barcode, who, by the way, honestly, that entire point, Barcode was playing fine. I think Barcode won every single strike war against Snake, was using his abilities to stuff the pressure as much as he could, but the Atlas only has so many abilities to stop it, and when you have Kainoob and Gumi basically taking turns with their entire kits, and then Snake in the back to try to finish things off, it's just almost impossible. I really need to see Shionzu and Joker here keep the core forward as long as they can, because Demons is just kind of forcing the pressure forward non-stop.
Yeah, it was a flip back pass coming through from Snake there as they try to get their way onto the second barrier. Not quite able to make that play manifest the way they want. Another pass coming through from Joker, getting into Shionzu's hands, just trying to push it past Gumi and Kainoob. Gumi manages to hold, stays disciplined, doesn't blow the strike on nothing, and will be able to keep things cleared out. They're really holding on to one barrier apiece in this volley. They will be able to keep holding it there. Kainoob clears it again. Gumi and Kainoob cannot be stopped. Finally, Joker going to be able to find the hit stun out of both, going to be able to open up the goal. Now looking to close it out here. Gumi going to have to use the flip to clear it back out over towards Shionzu. Kainoob trying to get on the aggression now using that sentry turret, but that's going to be a defensive tool that is down for them as well. Does have access to the flip, can't try to set up for the point, blows it, doesn't manage to catch the core, and now going to be a little bit of an opportunity for Showtime. Big bounce shot from Joker, doesn't make its way in towards that goal. They will have a little bit of extra time to play with. Gumi using the barrage to clear it back over towards Snake, and this is where the Asher can be strong. Trying to wait for the dash to come back up. Barrier beam wasn't quite able to find it. Back into Snake's hands, right into the goal, and that's 3-1 Demons RAAAAHH. They take the first set of the grand finals.
Yeah, Demons RAAAAHH taking that first set huge, coming in for the draft here and just highlighting that set. I want to, like, we talked about Gumi and Kainoob just being the consistent pressure throughout the entire game, but Snake was just always in the right place at the right time, giving Barcode such a hard time, and with that unstoppable pick as well, making it so that the Now primary, the Atlas primary, anything that's being thrown at him, he just doesn't get CC'd by it. So giving Snake really, really easy time here. Now looking at the draft, lots of speed now coming in for Demons RAAAAHH. This is going to be huge. Keeping that pressure on. Glass Cannon on Snake isn't going to matter too much, but really look for that Orb Dancer on Kainoob and look at the stacks on stacks presence from Gumi the rest of this game. Now we do have Joker getting quick strikes and Barco getting twin drive. That is definitely something, but will it be enough to stop this speed and this pressure? I'm not too sure.
That's going to be the question here. A really early sentry turret comes out of Kainoob, just trying to get their aggressive start rolling. Not going to be able to find much of anything from it this time, though. Joker with access to that slashing strike, not going to be able to take it any further. Those quick strikes, though, going to be really huge for his ability to control the core going forward, but not even getting a chance to go on offense before both of the barriers have already dropped. A really great start for Demons RAAAAHH here as they get it back into Snake's hands. An attempted clear out with the astral projection from Barcode will be able to buy a little bit of time, and now it's in Gumi's hands. Still such a difficult wall to break past. Xianzhu going to be able to find the bottom corner, sends it back up to the top. Will be able to open up the goal for the side of Showtime as they look to get themselves back onto the board in this set number 2. A shot up to Joker goes in, deflected away from Kainoob, and Joker still not letting go of it yet. There's going to be the slashing strike. They've got it on the wrong side. Oni's blade forces the flip out of Kainoob and will be able to hold on for a little bit longer. It's going back into Demons RAAAAHH's hands. Snake goes for the flip but has to wait it out because of the astral projection and does manage to buy that additional time that they need on Showtime's side.
Yeah, Showtime doing so well on offense here, but Demons RAAAAHH unrelenting on defense as well as offense. That's just back and forth right now, and Joker trying to put it in, but Gumi is just always there on this Kai right now. Snake now slowing it down, dribbling a couple times, trying to just give his backline some cooldowns here. Reset, really, really well played here. Barcode just, I mean, Barcode playing so well right now, holding it down, but this might just be it. The Asher ultimate going to be putting it in. Gumi, great job at running forward there. Just trading the cooldowns, like we said earlier, from Kainoob and Gumi. The core is just staying forward, and Showtime, while they had a slightly better point, getting a lot more offensive attempts, they just couldn't find a better one, a good enough one to put it in, rather.
Yeah, really closely fought battle there on the first point of set number 2, but it still ends up coming up for Demons RAAAAHH, and this is always going to be the challenge. You just have to play so clean and controlled to be able to get past them in every stage of the game here. You've seen how well drilled this Showtime squad can be in their matchup up against the SADBOIS, but the journey does not end there, and Demons RAAAAHH are going to prove to be an even tougher opponent for them in this grand final. Already taking themselves the early lead. Let's see what Xianzhu and Joker can do here with the opened up goal. Nearly able to send it through there. Good defense from Kainoob, but the slashing strike from Joker will find its way home.
Really well played there. The positioning from both Joker and Xianzhu, but especially Xianzhu there, just winning that first strike war against Gumi on the defensive side, bringing the core up slowly, finding those passes, just denying the clears from Kainoob off that flip as well. Just really well played to the forwards from Showtime there to just keep the pressure on.
Yeah, really great stuff here from them to be able to find that point, and got plenty more to go, but showing that they do still have some life in this game number 1. Duking it out, Kainoob versus Xianzhu here. Really good job to be able to nurture that core all the way around where they need it and get it in towards that barrier, but still going to be fended back away by Gumi. Dribbling off the top here, Joker taking it towards the bottom. Kainoob going to look to reset and get it in towards these barriers, but still really good defense from Barcode here. Will lose a barrier for it, but finally going to be able to send it back into the hands of his offense with the Celestial Expanse. Now another attempt coming on through. Flip out of Xianzhu, going to send it towards Joker. Slashing strike doesn't connect. There's going to be the rush over the wall, trying to put himself into position to take this second barrier. The flip comes on across, gets stuffed back away by Joker. Constant pressure on towards the top barrier, but still fended back away by Kainoob at the end of the day. They will have it on the wrong side of the sentry turret, so Kainoob going to be stuck with it for a little bit longer. Snake trying to take it on the offense on the other side will get cleared back out by Xianzhu. The flip comes out of Barcode, stuffed back away by Snake right into the goal as it opens up, and Snake takes everything in the point for Demons RAAAAHH.
Monster play there from Snake, just reading that flip timing to get that barrier, and then not only getting the barrier, but the bounce back on the middle allows him to get another strike off, which in turn wins another strike war and gets that goal. So well played from Snake just to be patient there with his strikes and getting that second point for Demons RAAAAHH. Showtime was looking great, but now is looking a little scared. But as I say that, Joker takes everything.
Whoa!
And the goal in turn. Oh my goodness, Joker Xianzhu just does everything there.
They're just running suicides inside the goal arc from Demons RAAAAHH. They got to keep going up and down the whole point long, and they never quite catch up to the core. They lose everything all at once, and now we're going to point 5 in set number 2.
Yeah, point 5 getting started. This is Showtime's chance. They really need this draft here, and they get both.
Whoa!
Joker gets both barriers and has the flip too. This is really bad for Demons RAAAAHH here, Gordo.
A big opportunity for Showtime to try to even up game number 1 here, but they're losing their barriers on the opposite side. Xianzhu going to take it in towards the bottom. Cyber Swipe comes through from Kainoob, but will still end up in Joker's hands in one way or the other. Snake trying to send it back over towards the rest of the team, but there's nobody waiting for it on the opposite side. The flip comes on across. The Expanse going to be able to block it. Gumi coming up to support his scorer, but does send out towards the bottom. Barcode going to be able to find the flip to get it back over to the right side, and now it's all in Joker's hands. He gets a brief one-on-one with Gumi. Can he take it? The flip from Xianzhu, blocked away by Kainoob repeatedly, and Joker's follow-up won't be able to find it either. Now it's stuck in that bottom corner thanks to the sentry turret. Manages to sneak its way past. Oni's blade comes on across the map, and Showtime find it. Joker sneaks it through, and we're tied up 1-1.
Insane play from Joker there. Not only did he keep up the core with the Oni's blade, but he redirected it after the Oni's blade went off with the strike to get it into that bottom corner. Gumi just was not ready for that. Had no barrage, had no nothing really to get to that core. So great shot from Joker, and now they get rewarded with a little bit of Awakenings, but Demons RAAAHH do get the 2-3 here. They do get the second and third pick, which means that the Kai gets the Chrono Boost, and now Kainoob gets double orbs, Gordo. We really need to watch out for this. However, on the other side of that, Xianzhu going to be getting a little bit bigger size, going to help a lot. And then Barcode now has the Prime Time and the Twin Drive, so it's going to be really hard to break this Atlas.
It definitely could be here. Barcode getting so many defensive tools to play with the additional primaries and secondaries. That's about as big of a dream as you can hope for. The extra damage now coming through, the extra survivability and cooldowns for Joker, thanks to the addition of those peak performance stacks. Coming on across now, it's going to be one barrier apiece to start things off. In set number 3, emotes already starting to fly as they look to move themselves into an offensive position. Not going to be able to find its way past Gumi and Kainoob quite yet, but Joker, once again, is able to cycle that over and over again, trying to push it up towards that exposed bottom part of the barrier and see if they can get it past now that they've already taken one down. Xianzhu trying to move it back on over, going to be able to try to shoot it through them. Still won't be able to find its way past. Joker has access to the flip, doesn't want to blow it quite yet. The path splitter going to be really threatening there for Xianzhu, but he's going to be able to lifeline himself back out to safety. Back pass from Joker, flip right into the barrier, opens up the goal, trying to close. Can't quite get it with a slice of dice, now putting him on the other side of the sentry. Kainoob trying to clear it back on over, and Joker just sneaks it through. Kainoob wasn't expecting a follow-up shot, and it will go through for Joker.
Yeah, the midfield arc paying dividends there from Joker last season. I mean, got so good. Joker's always been one of the best core control brawlers in the game. He really always has been. But switching to midfield and getting that experience on just strike wars and those reps in over and over again, especially against players like Kainoob and Vaughn, he can do the same thing at Brawler too. Position does not matter when it comes to a simple skill like strike warring. So Joker really just abusing that fact right there, putting it in, and just putting so much pressure into Demons RAAAHH, and also surviving at the same time. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Demons RAAAHH has been trying very hard to kill Joker and Xianzhu on every single turn they can. Just finding these KOs, which they can manage to do on pretty much every other team, but they're not able to do it this game, and as we see now, it's just causing so much pressure because Barcode is holding it down.
Yeah, really clean play from Xianzhu, especially to avoid some of these really close KO angles. Yeah, he's got the lifeline. It's a little bit of a cheat code, but hasn't stopped many now from going down to comps like this from Demons RAAAHH. Flip out of Joker, gonna send it right through and take that second barrier. Nice block from Barcode. Still able to hold on to it. The Expanse doing a ton of work there, and that's Twin Drive making the difference as they hold on to the point, setting up for the shot. Not gonna be able to find it with the rush from Joker, but he gets to repeat this one over and over again until he sends it home. 2-0 for Showtime.
Showtime are on a roll, and I'm just going to highlight Barcode there. Like I said right at the end of my kind of tangent in the middle of that. Primetime, Twin Drive, Atlas. He won an S tier with this pick before, right? He won the first ever LAN CECC with this Atlas pick. Probably the grandfather of the character in general. Very, very strong. I mean, everyone thought Atlas was dead. Everyone thought Atlas was not really that good anymore. He's overrated, blah, blah, blah. Barcode is making him look like the most broken goalie in the game.
Really great stuff out of Barcode this game so far, and they are not done yet, but a fantastic set 3 coming through from Showtime so far. So they're looking to see if they can make a perfect set up against the winner's side finalists in Demons RAAAHH. Snake already so low on Stagger. Gonna get knocked back up towards the top. He's out of this play for now, or is he? As he sends it back up towards the top, Barcode gonna be able to fend it back away. Snake still in this staggered state. A Joker's not gonna be able to let him out of it. Not quite gonna be able to finish him off, though. They're gonna be able to find one barrier on the opposite side. Joker finds his KO. It's a power play to Showtime as they look to close out set number 3. Flip out of Joker right into the goal. Showtime are in the lead.
Joker's feeling himself right now. I mean, I was thinking he was going to pass that. I thought he was looking for the pass since he did already try to get that pass earlier as well, but right as he hits the flip, zero time to waste. Shoots at top corner. Not only shooting at top corner perfectly in that, probably as perfect as you could have made it into that top corner. Gumi could not reach that in time and now gets rewarded with the heavy impact. Joker's build looking pretty strong. Has a little bit of that speed, has the quick strikes, and now has a little bit more damage and cooldown reduction. So feeling really good here for Joker. Xianzu going to be getting a little bit more of that stagger as well. But an upside for Demons RAAAHH is they do get the rapid fire actually onto Gumi. So, I mean, this Kai build is looking really, really strong right now as well. Not only with the Aerial's Chrono Boost, but the stacks on stacks just for permanent speed. And now the rapid fire. You have everything a Kai could ever want. So if there's any way that Demons RAAAHH are going to take this game back, it's through the hands of Gumi and this Kai.
Yeah, absolutely here. It's a character that we don't get to see out of him all that often. Feels like it's a lot of Aimee and Vice, at least has been this season, but going to need to show some more on the Kai if they want to become more competitive in this game at #1 and avoid Showtime going up in this, I'm going to say initial series for now, because Showtime are looking like they might have what it takes to force a bracket reset from the bottom here all the way from 5th seed. See if they're going to be able to keep it on going. Kainoob sending it back up towards the top. Snake going to be able to take it in towards the barrier. Will be able to collapse it for the side of Demons RAAAHH. Flip comes on out. Kainoob trying to send it back forward. Pressuring even more with the sentry. Gumi arrives as well. The barrage, the KO, everything comes up for Demons RAAAHH. And Snake will score.
A little bit of barcode strat being deployed there by Snake. Just, hey, if you can't score on barcode, you might as well kill him. They struggled so hard to get those barriers, you might as well just take the goalie out of the picture. And as soon as you do, you get that goal finally. So, hey, maybe we find a little bit of a strat here for Demons RAAAHH to initiate. But that's way easier said than done, as they do have the Atlas, then they do have the Now. So, going to be very, very difficult in order to take these Showtime members off the pitch. But finding one barrier is Showtime so far. Trying to get another one equalized here. Xianzu might have to force the flip, but no, just through sheer striking pressure, gets it around Snake and Kainoob. I mean, really well played from Xianzu so far.
Yeah, they do manage to finally sneak it past him, but immediately Barcode gets it right back into Xianzu's hands, and you're going to get right back into that cycle where you just cannot maintain control as Demons RAAAHH. The second barrier going to end up falling down. The Expanse going to make it pretty impossible to take it back. Joker on the breakaway now, looking to try to take it in for the score, but it will get cleared back away for the time being. Xianzu down to Joker, perfect pass! And Showtime get there first in set 4.
And one assist, I guess, if you want to call it that. Really well played there from Xianzu with his dying breaths, passes the core. Joker recognizes where he needed to be, moves to the bottom side of the net, not guarded by anybody, and gets that goal, just tapping it in there. All of that credit will go to Xianzu for the most part for that goal. And Showtime, I mean, they're just absolutely running Demons RAAAHH down. Where's the Octavia Shrug? Not going to be going through this time. Demons RAAAHH, triple goalie needed to save that one, but they're not out of the woods yet. They need to defend this goal, and they finally get the clear, Gordo. And a kill!
Ooh, and the KO onto Xianzu, the rookie making a rare mistake there as he ends up going down, pushed out through the bottom blast zone, and an opportunity now for Demons RAAAHH to try to fight their way back and get themselves the lead in this set. They want a set 5 here more than anything. They're going to be able to get the flip coming out of Snake as they try to pressure up towards that top barrier, but Snake losing stagger quickly here. Won't be able to keep this up for very long. It's on Kainoob trying to get it with the glitch pop. Won't be able to find its way out of the core. Gumi trying to clear it out through the Oni's blade, but Joker and Xianzu are in position. It will be able to sneak past Joker. Not sure what happened there, but Snake gets the chance to be able to clear it back over towards the offensive side. Pushing it through with the barrier beam. It will be cleared back out. Joker takes a little bit of a shot there. Won't be able to get it past Gumi, but will be able to turn things back over into his team's favor. The ricochet ends up finding its way onto that second barrier, and it's open goals for both sides. Barrage from Gumi going to be able to clear things out for the time being as it gets back up to Snake, who finds the KO in the one-on-one. Power play for Demons RAAAHH. Flip out of Kainoob, going to get disrupted by the path splitter, but they could get it back into Snake's hands. He's not going to be able to take it into the goal yet. The back pass from Gumi misread by Kainoob. He's not going to be able to receive it in time, and the respawn is here. Flip is forced out of Gumi as the core gets out of his control, and Demons RAAAHH, they got to clean this up if they want to be able to find the score.
Yeah, need to clean this up now, but Showtime now have a chance here. Xianzu to Joker trying to find it, but doesn't even need him. The team player on the shot, getting that right past Gumi and Kainoob, out of abilities and out of options. I mean, Demons RAAAHH really needed to find that goal in the power play, but they couldn't do it.
They just missed a couple of back passes there. They were not in full control over the core. Gumi gets forced to use the core flip on a back pass from his own teammate, I'm pretty sure. and that is just not how you want those resources to end up going. Let's see if they can pull it back here in the next point of the set, because if there's a point scored here, it's going to be Showtime walking away with game number 1. Kainoob trying to take it back in towards the bottom. Snake going to be able to find that first barrier, but now Joker trying to run it back on up here, dribbling it off the bottom, trying to get it back over to Xianzhu, who uses the flip, but is not able to put Joker into a good position off of it. Joker finds it back again anyway, flips it, takes the second barrier, opens up the goal for the side of Showtime as they look to close this one out. They have their shot here. They can manage to put together some offense. The KO is found. It's a power play for Demons RAAAAHH yet again. Let's see if they're going to be able to find something with it this time. Kainoob taking it back up towards the top, but Xianzhu's the one in control, trying to keep it up forward and trying to buy time for Joker to respawn, which he has. It's 3-on-3 once again. The offense is in favor of Snake. Not able to find that barrier yet, but Gumi taking it forward with the Giga Blast. Gets it into Snake's hands, opens up the goal, and Kainoob moving it towards the bottom, gets it to Snake, and takes us to point number 5.
Another 0.5 here, Gordo, and we might be going to a set 5 here if Demons RAAAAHH can keep this up. It feels like they're finding their footing a little bit, but all of it is coming off some of these little one-off mistakes that Showtime is having, right? Some of these random KOs they're finding, and if they're not finding those KOs, usually the point has been going over to Showtime, so I'd say this point is all really going to depend on if Demons RAAAAHH can find a mistake, can find, you know, a positioning error in Showtime, but Joker and Xianzhu are not ready to give that one up yet. Both of them almost having flipped. This is going to be really, really scary for Demons RAAAAHH in just a second. I was saying right here, but Kainoob pitch perfect timing on the flip there to counter Joker's flip, and now we're right back to neutral. But I would say Joker needs to be careful because he is very, very low, Gordo.
That's even possible. The fact that Kainoob is able to find the flip there to clear that back out saves so much time and resources here for Demons RAAAAHH. The fact that they don't lose that second barrier, letting them hold on here in what could be a crucial point, possibly the whole game number 1 on the line here. One barrier left apiece. Joker going into the Oni's blade, trying to keep the pressure onto it, but without Xianzhu to help, it's going to be tough for him. That's not going to mean he's going to give up yet, though. Trying to push up for a little bit more. The flip comes on out of Gumi. Will be able to clear it out towards the bottom. Xianzhu takes a big Giga Blast, loses a ton of stagger, and is going to have to play a little bit safe. He does not want to end up losing this energy burst. Joker gets his rush baited out, but they send it back up, and they will be able to find the barrier. Open goal now available. Joker trying to take a shot off the center barrier. Xianzhu from midfield goes for one as well. He won't be able to find it yet. Snake taking it back over to the left. Here's going to be Joker trying to push in on towards the goal. Xianzhu still going to be able to send it back on through. Giga Blast doesn't connect that time. Snake trying to take it in towards the second barrier. Gets passed back over to midfield. Joker has access to the core flip as necessary. Snake still waiting for the pass to come on through for him. Xianzhu helping out on this defense, though, buying them so much of that additional time that they need. Joker has access to the flip. He goes for it. It's blocked away by Gumi, and Xianzhu won't be able to follow it up off the rebound. Cleared back away by Kainoob yet again as they try to reset their offense and get onto this barrier. But Joker finds the rush, finds the goal, and finds game number 1 to Showtime.
I mean, is Joker the best brawler in history? Like, this guy is going to a next level right now, Gordo. Finding so many of these plays, winning strike wars, just, oh my goodness, cinema in the chat right now for these teams. I mean, Demons RAAAAHH wasn't even playing bad. I would say they're playing incredibly well. This is a normal Demons RAAAAHH we're seeing. I'd say an upgraded one. But Showtime is just putting them in their place. I mean, first SADBOIS, next Demons, they might be going on a chopping block spree right now. I mean, I don't even know what to say, Gordo. This is insane.
9 goals to Joker. I can't believe this guy was playing midfield last season. I'll say
I mean,
that.
Thank God this guy came back. The prodigal son returns, everybody. He returns to his role in Brawler. And real quick, one thing I wanted to mention, and that actually ended up getting the final goal there, was, I never really talked about it before, but I think it was in that second or third draft, Xianzhu got team player. And, you know, usually night market team player is not too big of a deal. The lanes kind of shut things down, but Xianzhu and Joker have a very unique playstyle where they pass to each other pretty much constantly, right? It's like the finesse of old, where Puffy and Joker kind of take turns scoring, they pass to each other. But Xianzhu kind of taking it up to the next level now, and with that team player, made it seem really broken that game. So well played for that pickup, right? Good eye on that pickup there. And I mean, you can see in the stats here, Kainoob having more redirects than Xianzhu even, like by 3. So, I mean, I'd say pretty equal play from both sides, but really it was just the performance from the Joker that I think put them on top.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I mean, you got to highlight what Xianzhu is being able to do as a rookie in this grand final too. Like, so really perfect on the positioning over and over again. I already closed out my scoreboard, so I can't go and check what it was, but I only think he went down once or twice over the course of that game. And the amount of KOs that were available to Demons RAAAAHH in this game, I mean, it's almost unheard of how few that they actually had. This is one of the best damage-focused teams in the North American Strikers League. A lot of that going on over to Gumi. The fact that he wasn't able to put up those kinds of numbers in this game as far as damage dealt, huge for what they are able to accomplish on the side of Showtime. As they look to take themselves into game number 2 and take themselves to a bracket reset. That was Demons RAAAAHHH's map pick, by the way. We're going to Clarion Test Chamber for game number 2. That's Showtime's.
And Showtime, I mean, boys picked Tycho, and they beat boys on Tycho last game, and then they immediately turned onto their map pick and destroyed. So it's kind of hard here. I mean, this is what Showtime does, right? They have a very defensive playstyle, and they have a very core control heavy playstyle. They have maybe like 2 characters that they'll play on each side, right? 2 characters on each, and it's hard to really shut them down. I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, they deny the Asher. Yeah, they play the Kai and the Amy into the Now here, but the Now does what Now does, right? I mean, Joker just picks another scorer that he's good at, and who cares if he doesn't get the Asher, right? And then Barcode doing what Barcode does best. It's like, it's really hard to deny Showtime. Do you ban the Atlas, take Barcode off Comfort, then he just plays Mako and he's still comfortable, right? Do you take Xianzhu off the Now? We haven't seen that tried yet in playoffs, so maybe that will be an idea here for Demons RAAAAHH to try that instead, but it's so hard. I don't know what the game plan is. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I scrimmed and I helped Showtime prep a little bit, and I'm not even, like, you can't even give away what's going on because they're showing you what they're doing right now, and I don't even know how to counter it. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one here to see what they're going to be able to do. I mean, we talked about it right at the start with the unstoppable start, that might be, a little bit good for Showtime here. We'll see what the starting awakenings end up being and how we want to pivot in draft here from both sides to see how we can come into game number 2 and see if Demons RAAAAHH are going to be able to take this one back around. They still have the chance to win the whole damn league right here, right now. They just have to be able to win 2 in a row and come up with a reverse sweep of the series. Something we've seen before. It's something that's been done, but Showtime looking very, very clean here, picking up right where they left off last weekend with them being able to make the lower bracket run to those losers finals. Now looking to see if they can take it the whole way home.
Yeah, I mean, Joker's been looking for this win, right? He's been looking for it since forever, literally. He's been wanting to win NASL. That's all I've heard from him for the past year and a half is, I want to win NASL. I know I can do it. And he's proven it right here. He definitely has what it takes, win or not. At this point, I think Showtime have proven that they belong at the top. And as we get into character draft here, Demons RAAAAHH going to be banning Atlas and then first picking Now. So actually doing pretty much exactly what I was saying, but times 2. They banned the Atlas away from Barcode. Barcode probably going to lock in that Mako. There you go. Seeing it right there. And they also deny the Now just by picking it. And Kainoob, I don't know if you guys remember, but Kainoob was considered the best Now for a long time. Might even still be the best Now, as he was the first one to really get his hands on the pick in competitive play. So I'm excited to see Kainoob on the Now again. I mean, I never thought I'd say those words ever again. I hate playing against this guy's Now. But Kai coming in for Xianzhu now. No surprise there. Kai definitely one of Xianzhu's probably top 3 characters in general. The Now, the Kai, and then maybe the Estelle, I'd say. Coming in here and now. Whoa, actually. Okay, so I believe that'll be Gumi on the Amy here.
Yep.
On the side of Demons RAAAAHH with Kainoob as that Now. And then X coming in here from... Okay, I actually like this from Snake. So X... Not great into Atlas, not great into a couple other picks, but I actually think it's not too bad into the Mako, given the right circumstances. And the fact that I don't think there's really a way that Snake's going to die this game, and the fact that it's Adrenaline Rush start with an Amy and an X, I think there's a way that they could find some kills here and allow Snake to pop off. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, no, I think if you're Demons RAAAAHH, you're feeling about as good as you can with this draft coming on in. I think putting Kumi on the Aimi, absolutely huge here. I think that's one of his best characters, if not straight up his best character. I think he's really, really impactful on it in a way that almost no other player in the league is. And taking away the Now as well as the Atlas, going to be a good 1-2 punch here to try to throw Showtime off their game. They get themselves a strong draft regardless. Xianzhu going to be back on that Kai midfield, I believe, here. So that should be really strong for him. But I think Demons RAAAAHH got themselves a pretty solid draft as long as they're going to be able to get themselves to a position where Snake is going to be able to be big and impactful on that X. And he definitely was up against SADBOIS earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, Definitely a really good draft here for Demons. I like it a little bit more than last game. Even though last game I thought they was fine. I thought they had a perfectly good chance to win. It was very much just the small moments that ended up allowing Showtime to get the W there. But I really also like how Showtime reacted to the plan of Demons RAAAAHH of taking, like, Demons takes away their comfort, but then Showtime kind of slams it with the same game plan. Now and Kai kind of have that same game plan where you're focusing on the core, you're bringing the core forward, keeping that pressure forward as long as you can. And Joker, notorious on the Rasmus, in my opinion. I think this guy is one of the best Rasmuses, if not the best Rasmus right now in the brawler position. So, I mean, I have to say that legally binding contract because he destroyed Last Call on it during the regular season, kind of just 1v9ing the whole game. So I'm excited to see how Joker navigates this game on the Rasmus, and also excited rather to see how Demons RAAAAHH manages to kind of come back and hopefully take us to a game 3.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be on the lookout for. Although if we don't get a game, we get a game 3 one way or the other, right? Because either Demons RAAAAHH win here, or we get the bracket reset and we go to even more games. So this isn't the last game no matter what happens. So that's the good news. As we do get into the official draft here, the in-game draft. Not going to expect to see any crazy changes here. Gumi, of course, going to be on that IME. That is what we expected, but it's going to be confirmed by the character select as we get onto the field for game number 2.
Game number 2 underway, and we're going to actually be seeing an even split here on Awakenings. Joker, Snake, and Kainoob with the Adrenaline Rush, and then Ariel's going to be going on everybody else with Xianzhu, Barcode, and Gumi. No surprise there. I'm excited to see which teams can find those kind of elusive KOs here in these matchups, and who can capitalize on them better. And right now we're about at an even game. I think this map is going to decide on whether who can take this orb and leverage that, I guess, momentum.
Absolutely here as we are onto the field for game number 2. Going to be an early take of that center orb for Xianzhu. He's going to be huge for the early game. We'll find out if that's going to be able to make a big difference. Already onto the level 2. Joker going to be able to hit that as well here. And so far, it's been strong offense once again coming out of the side of Showtime. Joker already going to be very low on that stagger here. It's going to come back up. Snake going to try to knock him away. They're brawling for that center orb here. It will be taken away by Snake, and he's going to look the pressure on to Joker. Not going to be able to find too much more for him, but they do finally find the KO, and it's actually on to Xianzhu of all people. Snake now with a big opportunity here to try to push in for that second barrier. Kainoob feeding it back over to him. Bull rush forward. Still can't find it, though. Barcode able to hold on. And Xianzhu is able to get back out onto the field here before it is too late. Flip comes on out of Barcode. Doesn't find the core that time, and they will be able to take another shot in towards it. Still not able to find their way onto that barrier, though. It has just been unbreakable from Barcode, and Joker able to turn it back around. Finds one off the pendulum swing.
Yeah, Barcode looking like the best goalie in the world right now. I mean, they're struggling. Both SADBOIS and now Demons have just been struggling so much to score on Barcode. It takes so much time and effort to actually get even a barrier off of this guy. And, I mean, I would say Demons has had core control probably for a majority of this game so far, but they're the ones down a barrier.
Yeah, absolutely here. Into the overtime. They've been able to hold on for quite a long time. Let's see what they're going to be able to do here on the Showtime side. Is we spent a lot of time on this right side of the map. So far, not able to take much of anything. Joker going to be able to get that upgrade. Will be able to take it in with a death touch and sends it to the bottom corner. Beautiful stuff there out of Showtime as they get themselves the first goal of game 2.
I mean, with plays like that, I'm not sure if I want to say that Barcode's the better goalie or Joker's just the best forward ever, because this guy feels like he's barely struggling at all to score on, I mean, Gumi really in general, and I don't think Gumi's playing bad whatsoever. And at the same time, Barcode, like I said earlier, is making it really difficult to get scored on. Snake there with the flip and the bull rush is really all he's going to need to get that double barrier. And they might find a goal here off the middle, but Barcode denying Snake for now. Still has core control. Demons RAAAAHH still have a chance here, and Joker's really low. Not even going to need the KO. Snake just wins that interaction, that strike war, rather, into the goal. I mean, as I'm saying it, Barcode kind of looks human there at that point.
Yeah, that was an excellent run from Snake there, both finding the double barrier, finding the final shot. He had a clever little shot back towards the bumper as well, trying to see if he could find a clever goal off of it. Barcode is able to fend that one away, but the follow-up is just strong enough for them to take it home, and you're seeing a little bit of why this is the map choice for Demons RAAAAHH here. So they want to see if they can take it home. Going to be a push up towards that barrier and not quite able to find it yet here. Not going to be able to get much more than just that single barrier in the Alternative goal going to be already opened here for Showtime. Trapped up in the ensnare drums. A chance for Joker to be able to find another breakaway here. Stolen away by Kainoob, though. Back into Snake's hands. Charges forward. Can't find it and gets KO'd as well. It's a power play over to Showtime. As they look to take it in towards the goal. Joker moving forward. Gumi nearly lets it through. Blinks back in time. And has Kainoob for the backup as they continue to hold on to the point. But Joker is able to force it through. Another pendulum swing finds it home.
I mean, I thought they cleared that. I thought it was cleared, it was safe. Just wait for Snake to spawn. I looked away for half a second, and Joker just puts it in somehow. So well played to Showtime for taking advantage of that power play. I mean, Gumi and Kainoob are one of the hardest defensive duos in the game to score on, and Joker is making it look like a cakewalk so far this series.
Really good stuff here. One barrier apiece, but such great stuff out of Joker so far on this Rasmus. Called it out last game. This guy is playing at a whole nother level in this series. Gonna have to keep it up for quite a while, though. This is gonna be a marathon and not a sprint if Showtime are going to be the ones walking away with it. Joker taking it back over, looking to take the first set for his team now. The barrier will hold on. Snake taking it over towards the other side, bouncing off of the bumpers. Still not able to find their way on towards the barrier. Xianzhu stuck on the top. Snake looking for the KO onto him. Going to be able to go elusive and going to be fast enough to get himself out of danger. Will be able to pick up this orb to be able to regen back up. And no KO will be found here for Demons RAAAAHHH as they look to get themselves onto the goal. There's going to be an opened up goal available for Showtime here as they look to take it back over towards the opposite. Lots of bounces, getting that core going real fast, but still not able to send it all the way home. Xianzhu waiting with the Giga Blast cooldown coming up here before too long. Snake going to dash forward, takes another shot, but Barcode fends that one away all the same. Snake finally able to take it, goes into the Maximus, goes into the flip. Can't quite find the KO off of it, but still going to be waiting right here for the rebound. Barcode sends it back away, gets it into Joker's hands. Joker taking it towards the bottom, loses control as it touches the bumper, and a shot back over, but Gumi going to be able to clear it away yet again.
Yeah, Demons RAAAAHH playing pretty textbook Omega Strikers at this point. Pass into the pass, but it's not going to matter. Xianzhu knows exactly where that ball's going and meets the Giga Blast there to find it into the net. I mean, really well played from Xianzhu there, but it was only a matter of time. Demons RAAAAHH was finding that pass every single time, and Xianzhu just does not want it to happen again. And then 3-1, taking this first set, getting that first draft now. I don't really know what this guy's going to take here. I mean, I think Rapid Fire is probably, yep, goes with the Rapid Fire. Orb Dancer is also another option. I believe Kainoob might be taking advantage of that one in just a second. I would be surprised if no one does, as... Oh, wow. Okay, so they're actually going to go full KO here. 1-2 punch onto the now. Rampage going to be going to Snake. No surprise there. And Deadeye onto Gumi. They're really leveraging this kill and this KO potential. And on the other side of Showtime, they're going for KO. They're going for size. They're doing what Showtime does best. Keep the core forward, and we'll see what happens. Demon RAAAAHH doing what Demons RAAAAHH does best. I'm going to kill you, and I don't care. Finally, we're going to see a little bit of a battle of concepts here. And we'll see who takes this win.
Absolutely here. A little bit of extra survivability going to be on towards pretty much nobody here. As it just wasn't available this time around, and a chance for Showtime to try to take a different approach than what we've seen so much traditionally. So far going to be able to lose their first member early on, and Demons RAAAAHH with their additional damage going to see if this is what it takes for them to be able to take a little bit of control back into this series. They're only one set down in game number 2. This first series is still very much alive for them, and Snake going to be able to get a nice pass there to be able to find the second barrier, trying to take it all the way home for the goal. Gets a 3-man hit stun, gets another follow-up from Gumi with the flip. Still not able to find it, though. Bull Rush not going to be able to connect to the Barcode. He's keeping himself in such a safe position. He manages to hold on to his life the whole damn time. And now Joker and Xianzhu can go on the offense onto the other side. Kainoob trying to sneak it past him. Going to be able to get it past him. Not going to be able to find it here quite yet. Snake pushes him out of the way and clears a path to Kainoob to the goal.
I mean, that was just beautiful from both sides there. I don't even know how Showtime held that long. Barcode's surviving way longer than he should have. And Snake doing his best to keep him out of the way and manages to push him out of the way for that goal at the end. So well played from Demons to just keep that pressure on regardless. But if that's how the points are ending, I don't think you're going to be mad as a Showtime fan going into that. And Demons RAAAAHH now. Snake going to be the one going down. No Adrenaline Rush proc from anyone here quite yet. Xianzhu going to have the kill credit on that, but they need to be careful. Snake spawns in 3 seconds, and Showtime are looking mighty low here, Gordo.
Yeah, Barco just using that strike shot, trying to keep it on the offense. Kainoob gets it into the bottom corner, though, waits out the barrage, takes the shot, but just finds himself staggered, finds himself KO'd. Joker gets him with the death touch and will create a power play back over to Showtime here. Xianzhu trying to take it away from that sentry. Gumi has bought so much time, though, with that special. Going to be able to clear it out for quite a while now. Xianzhu maybe caught in a bit of a rough position here. He's already staggered. Snake is taking him back up towards the top, looking for the KO, but the snare drums will buy the time. Finally, one more shot will do it. I think that was actually Gumi who took him off the field up on the top side and will be able to buy the time that they need to try to be able to find this score. Look at that flip, though. Going to be able to find the barrier on the other side. There's going to be equalized by Demons RAAAHH. The respawn comes through, and it's not too late. Snake is not able to find his opportunity to be able to take the shot, and he gets KO'd for it. Now it's a power play to Showtime up against a power play from the side of Showtime. They can't quite get themselves onto it yet here. It's going to be Gumi clearing it back up towards the top. Snake taking it back over towards midfield. Joker not going to be able to find it. Gets passed on down towards him. Xianzhu taking it back over, and the shot from Joker will push it in. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Gumi and Snake trying to do what Gumi and Kainoob do, but it's not the same duo as Snake just was not quite sure where to put that core. Xianzhu and Joker taking full advantage of the forward in the net and finding a little bit of that opening on that top side. So well played from Showtime to kind of abuse the mispositioning there from Demons. Or not even mispositioning, just kind of where it ended up since Snake just respawned. And now it's 1-1. I mean, Demons are all definitely looking a lot better this set, though. They're getting a lot more pressure in here, but the problem here for Demons is that Showtime is managing to get KOs on the other side as well. They're matching damage with damage, and it's working out so far.
Yeah, flip coming on out here from Gumi. Xianzhu going to be low on stagger. Kainoob going to be able to clear it down towards the bottom. Joker going to be able to bounce it off. Trying to get into a position here for Showtime. Gumi gets it down to Kainoob. Snake waiting in the wings over on the other side. Good damage found onto Joker. Pass back up from Kainoob. They're going to be able to find that barrier. Open goal now for Demons RAAAHH. Joker low on stagger, stuck inside the other team's goal arc. Cut off from the core. Going to be able to find the barrier off of it, though. He does end up going down. Now Snake going to be able to ricochet it back off the back. Going to be able to push it in towards Kainoob. And it goes
Gumi!
Goal cross map. Barcode takes the shot. Gumi can't find it.
Yeah, really difficult angle there that on the shot that Barcode just did, and Gumi just, you know, a little bit uncharacteristic miss there, but that was a hard one to read. Definitely looked a lot harder, it definitely was a lot harder than it looked here for those watching at home, so uncharacteristic from Gumi, but yeah, maybe it just did look hard, who knows. But on to the next point, that's really all you can say. Barcode going to be happy ending with that one, and Barcode definitely happy right now as he has 2 barriers to none here on to Demons RAAAHH. Showtime have a chance to put it in, but Demons RAAAHH keeping it interesting, still keeping the core on the other side. Gumi and Kainoob now in the net, going to be struggling to get it out. Can't quite find it. Snake needs to get involved somehow. Joker with the evade, going to keep Snake out of play, and it just feels like Showtime just has Demons' number this entire set.
It's been beautiful from Showtime here over and over again, able to take control of the core and maintain it the whole way through. Xianzhu guiding it on up, going to look for another one, takes the flip, takes the shot! And that's another set to Showtime. They get themselves on the series point. One more set, and a bracket reset is in store for Showtime.
You know I said that I wanted Showtime to win. A little bit of biased casting here, but I'm almost scared for Demons. I mean, Demons just not seeming like themselves, and I don't even know if that's true or not, because Showtime are just putting... that you know what they're going to do, but they're doing it anyway, just with pure skill, pressure, striking, whatever you want to call it. And then now they get the Monu on the now, they get the extra special on the Amy, so Demons RAAAHH have something. They have something in order to win this game now. I think they have a little bit of that, rather win con, rather. But Xianzhu, in turn, gets a Catalyst. Joker does get bulk up, so it's not like Showtime got nothing that set, right? But definitely I would say Demons RAAAHH got the better end of that draft. But is it enough to put them back in the game? I'm not sure.
Well, we're going to have to see here. Joker, though, already off to the races, finding himself his first barrier very early on and using these pendulum swings just to keep the other team staggered away. Going to be Snake on top of him now, but Joker's still going to be able to dip and dodge all around. Xianzhu taking it right up towards the goal. Finds the second barrier, not going to be able to take it all the way for the score yet. But really good stuff, really good start for Showtime here in set number 3. Drilled up towards the top here. Gumi goes in with the cyber swipe and nearly finds his way onto Joker. and there's staggers on 2 members of Showtime here. This should be the chance that Demons RAAAAHH have to take somebody off the board and get themselves the score, but this is where they've struggled, is actually being able to close out the KOs, and you can see Joker's still up, Xianzu's not even staggered anymore. They're getting back into the aggressive side of things, putting it back into Snake's hands. He goes for the flip, taking it back up towards that barrier, but cannot get the rebound. Won't even be able to find the open goal available. Snake going to be able to find that KO, though, now re-staggering Xianzu and getting a power play back into the hands of Demons RAAAAHH. Barcode sending it back away with the perfect pitch, still holding on to the defense. Drum and Bass going to try to clear it out yet again, will be able to do so, and Joker is back onto the field. Demons RAAAAHH finally going to be able to find that barrier. It's Snake dashing forward to take it. Another KO onto Xianzu. Bellringer going to send the core back away. Now Barcode's getting pressured by Snake in the one-on-one, and Snake will take it up to the corner. Demons RAAAAHH are on the board again.
Yeah, Demons that was a Demons RAAAAHH point right there, Gordo. That was exactly what we're used to seeing, where it's just nonstop pressure forward. Gumi looks like he's almost untouched in his net. Yeah, he lost his barriers, but so what? You don't need those anyway. Snake and Kainoob just putting nonstop pressure forward, and they get some KOs. They get some, that was just a Demons RAAAAHH point. There's really nothing better I can say here, and they're just continuing the onslaught now. Xianzu looking incredibly low, and without this Atlas, it's so much harder for Showtime to survive, and they're doing a great job at it, but how long can they hold it up? That's just, that's basically where we're at. If Showtime can hold on long enough to find a goal, then they'll get the point, but Demons RAAAAHH are doing a lot better of a job to get the KOs, and this time they don't even need it. Snake is in the perfect time, perfect point, perfect position, has the X Maximus, and just punches it straight through Barcode.
Nicely done here. 2-0 lead for Demons RAAAAHH in set number 3. They do not want to let this bracket reset come through without a fight. They're trying to hold on to their upper bracket lives here and see if they can just take things nice and early on for this North American Strikers League Grand Final. Xianzu and Joker, though, immediately getting right back into the rhythm of things. The flip going to come through from Xianzu, finds its way on towards that second barrier and opens things up here for the Kai. A shot now coming in towards the opposite side as Demons RAAAAHH have secured the center orb, and they are going to be able to take both barriers in an instant. They find the KO as well, and Demons RAAAAHH are grooving with it. That last draft might have been all they needed, as that's going to be a 3-0 set to Demons RAAAAHH, Borg.
I never thought I'd say this, but 1-2 punch now looks really strong. I think the amount of damage that Kainoob is doing, especially after he got the Monu, where that secondary is getting a hit proc off of pretty much everybody that he's around. So he's getting those hits off, and then with those primaries, he's probably doing about a third, if not half, the HP of some of the members of Showtime, right? And then now gets the Unstoppable, denies a little bit of that, I guess, normal Showtime strategy of get the survivability awakenings and then just play core control. But now they don't really have that option, as Joker's left with Twin Drive. Siege Machine going on to Gumi now helps him with his turret a little bit, and then Snake now actually getting that stacks on stacks. And with stacks on stacks Rampage, I have a feeling Snake might be the point of focus here for the members of Showtime, but that's not really what Showtime's good at. Showtime is not the team that can just focus and kill someone really all that much, so I'm a little bit worried now. I feel like Demons got everything they needed.
Absolutely here. Kainoob gets the pass off the bottom, taking it back up towards Snake, and a chance at getting another one in the pockets here, but Joker going to be able to steal it back away. Xianzu back inside of those steam vents, trying to hide out and get some of the opportunities without Demons RAAAAHH's knowledge. Gets it back up to Joker here, guiding it in towards the barriers, finds the first Giga Blast for the second. Pass back on up, back and forth between Joker and Xianzu. This is where they feel most comfortable. And look at that mix-up from Joker, going in with the Death Touch, tries to get it past, but Kainoob reads it the whole way through, nearly taking that shot onto the barrier, but gonna get it flipped back away in time. Snake guiding it up into the barrier himself, goes for the flip, goes for the Bull Rush, takes it home, and finds the KO and the goal all in one. All three Demons combine there for another score.
Gumi's kind of been like the silent carry of this last set, right? Gumi gets that Deadeye, gets that Happy Star, has everything the Amy needs in order to carry. And, I mean, honestly, has kind of been adapting to Joker really well this game. I think last game kind of realized some mistakes, realized what was going on, and then managed to, I guess, I wouldn't say download, because I think Joker's still getting a lot out of all of these offensive opportunities, but Gumi's definitely doing a lot better defensively against Joker, and managing to also find damage at the same time. Now, as I say that, Joker getting both the barriers, but Demons RAAAAHH never needed those anyway. Xianzu's looking really low. Snake gonna try to take out the Kai, but does not have quite the cooldowns for it. And now I'm a little bit worried. Demons RAAAAHH, the Giga Blast gonna be the one to put it in. Gumi just not quite there with the secondary in time, and Xianzu stabilized the game for Showtime.
Really nicely done by Xianzhu, going to be able to break the loss streak that Demons RAAAHH put them in. You got to be able to tie it up at 1-1 in set number 4. Snake's Bellringer going to be able to send it backwards there. Actually not going to be able to defend the barrier is Gumi. Trying to get things back into the way that they were. Will be able to throw down the turret. Will be able to get themselves a barrier for it. Kainoob dribbling it off the bottom. Going to try to use these bumpers to get it back into the hands of Snake. It's Xianzhu guiding it over towards the opposite side. Xianzhu going to be low on that stagger, take it to about half. But the pendulum swing from Joker's in the perfect position. Cross map flip, though, from Gumi. Puts it in to open up the goal for the team. And Snake dribbles it off the bumper and will be able to take it in. It's 2-1 for Demons RAAAHH.
We call that the lock runner strake shot right there, Gordo. From Gumi, the flip. Barcode did not expect that. I don't think anyone from Showtime expected it just to split the middle and get the barrier there, and then well done from Snake to just keep Joker, or rather keep Barcode out of the play with the CC in order for Kainoob to tap that one in. So Demons RAAAHH feeling real good right now as Snake is stacked up and rampaged up, and he's feeling unstoppable coming in, getting that first barrier, but Showtime almost gets the second one, looking incredibly good, but at the same time, they're not looking healthy at all as Xianzhu goes down, and now Barcode and Joker are left alone.
Yeah, they got to keep this up. No time to get overconfident here for Demons RAAAHH. It is still 2 goals away from a bracket reset to Showtime, but they're keeping the pressure onto the goal. Going to be able to dodge out on the ensnare drums. That's a wasted special. That's Snake in their face, scoring once again. 3-1. We're going to set number 5 in game 2.
The X has scaled, and I don't know if Showtime has the tools to take this one anymore. It feels like, Demons has kind of gotten everything they wanted. They have the first pick, they get the quick strikes on the X, and that does open up Joker to get the big fish, which can be a win con here, but at the same time, I don't know if you're going to get past all of the damage and all the pressure that Demons RAAAHH are going to get from this draft. Peak performance going to be denied from Xianzhu. Now, going to be looking a little bit speedier, and I'm curious to see what Gumi goes here. Actually going to go the team player, deny Barcode just any sort of way back in this game, right? I think the team player plus the big fish might have been a way for Barcode and Joker to link up and get this game into Showtime's favor, but Demons RAAAHH don't want any of that.
Beautiful stuff here coming through from Demons RAAAHH as they fight their way back into this game and into this series. Trying to dribble it off the bottom here, adding on to the pressure for Showtime. They see the chance to be able to take this to game number 3, and they want to seize it. But Xianzhu and Joker keeping the pressure on towards the goal, going to be able to open things up for themselves. But now the offense is coming together for Demons RAAAHH. Snake trying to take it in towards the opposite side. Joker with the pendulum swing takes it into the goal.
Yeah, I mean, there you go, the big fish. Like I said, that big fish plus Might of the Colossus plus bulk up as well. That's a lot of power on a Joker, a lot of knockback, a lot of damage you can actually have. But not even going to need the damage there, as just the pure size and, length of that pendulum swing going to be knocking Gumi back and denying Gumi getting any sort of chance of getting a hand on that ball. And now Xianzhu denying any chance of Demons RAAAHH having a barrier this game, as they're just getting both right off the bat.
Yeah, really great stuff. There's the death touch back, going to try to interrupt it with the glitch pop, trying to hold on here. Xianzhu low on stagger. Joker having his attack disrupted by Snake right up onto him. And Snake going to try to take it, but Xianzhu finds the KO with the Giga Blast and manages to take Snake off of the board. Joker going to already be staggered, going to get knocked back away by Kainoob. Kainoob just going to try to buy the time and keep it pressured over to the other side, but Xianzhu sneaks it past him, takes it all the way to the goal, and we are on series point for Showtime.
Bracket reset point from Showtime, and that was actually interesting there. Gumi had so much trust that Kainoob wasn't going to lose that strike war that he just went to go try to kill Joker. He just left. He said, I'm going to try to kill Joker, and my midfielder doesn't lose those, but Xianzhu, I think, has evolved this series, has evolved to the next level by taking down Vaughn, taking out SADBOIS, and now Kainoob is next up on his list to become one of the best midfielders, one of the best, but it doesn't matter if Gumi comes in and just followed up by Snake. Not really much anyone could have done there. The bouncy barn going fully to Demons RAAAHH there.
Yeah, and I love the point you were making there, Borg. I mean, you cannot blame Gumi for having that faith in his 2-time MVP mid laner to be able to take the one-on-ones. That's been the case for the entire history of Omega Strikers, and Xianzhu's changing it in this series, but it might not be over yet, as Demons RAAAHH still hanging on, still trying to fight their way for a game number 3 in the upper bracket. Joker is still on the offense on the opposite side, sending it in, still not able to find his way onto the barrier, has the help out of the perfect pitch coming in in from Barcode. As he moves it back over to Snake. Snake gonna be able to go in for the flip. Gumi is coming in. Gumi is on the aggressive stance. Still can't find it all the way home. Kainoob has access to the flip. Snake is taking it all the way. Snake is dribbling it off the bottom and will take us to set 5.5.
Snake has a mission, and it's not to kill Xianzhu. He runs right past. Xianzhu means absolutely nothing to Snake, as the goal is on his mind. He wants the game. He wants to tie this up 1-1 and go to gates. He wants Showtime to not even get close to a bracket reset here, and Kainoob was going to be the one helping him. Adrenaline Rush proc on the flip kill, and now Xianzhu's up next,
Double
and Demons
KO.
RAAAAHH doing what Demons RAAAAHH does next. Does best. Barcode has to hold it down, Gordo.
And then he cannot do it. Gumi with the flip sends it into the goal and sends us to game number 3. Demons RAAAAHH will not give up without a fight. They will take us to a game 3 in the upper bracket.
Demons RAAAAHH, I mean, that was always in them, right? They always had the potential to do that this entire game. We had a couple points kind of go like that, but for the final set 5.5 to start on Kainoob flipping Joker off of the side, I mean, really well done from Demons RAAAAHH to bring themselves back into this game, and they do not want the bracket to be reset. I thought they were looking down. I thought, I thought Showtime might have had that one. Everything was looking up for them, and then one draft kind of just allowed Demons RAAAAHH to find their footing. And as we see here in the stats, Demons RAAAAHH just absolutely doing so much. I mean, Kainoob with the most redirection in the game, half the saves of Gumi as well. Feels like he really just found his footing back as that 2-time MVP once. Didn't get the third this time around, but looking like it for sure this game.
And looking like it might be a little bit of a cursed award anyway, so...
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah,
Cursed everything. That's the whole thing of Omega Striker's comp scene, is whatever we say happens just doesn't end up going to happen anyway, right?
Yeah, that's life, It's a good lesson for everybody out there, but I mean, look at the damage numbers here for the side of Demons RAAAAHH coming out of game number 2, and you can see what it looks like when they get to play their game. The strategy coming on through to ban away that Atlas, to take away some of the anti-aggression tools that they had available, getting that now onto their composition, I think it worked out excellently, and I'm very curious to see if they can repeat that on Gates of Obscura coming into game number 3.
Yeah, Gates is a weird map. It's not hard to KO people on this map, but it's definitely weird, as, defense goalies are a lot stronger on it, so I think that Showtime has that going for them, but... depending on the starting awakenings, kind of just depends on the comps we're going to be seeing. I think Demons, like you said, managed to find a way to shut down Showtime there by banning that Atlas, taking away the Now, but also leverage that into their own game plan by, keeping the aggression on, keeping the potential to kill, which I think that's really what it was, right? It wasn't necessarily that they were doing a ton of damage. They were able to find KOs nonstop. They really didn't find that many KOs for a Demons RAAAAHH game. Like, it was 5 KOs to Showtime and I believe 12 KOs to Demons RAAAAHH. Like, 12 is a lot, but that's not crazy numbers. We've seen that before, right? It was not anything crazy, but just the amount of consistent pressure that Demons RAAAAHH was able to put on Showtime the entire game, right? Not even just the random KOs, but once you find that random KO, once you find all of a sudden, that one, like that last point with Kainoob finding the flip onto Joker, getting that KO, getting the Adrenaline Rush proc, and I believe Snake also got an Adrenaline Rush proc off that too because of a primary at some point around the same time. Just blew the whole point open. It blew everything out of the water. And Showtime, I think, depending on this awakening start, which we're going to be seeing very shortly here, it will really make or break the series.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see what we're going to end up with in the draft for game at number 3, as this is going to be absolutely nuts to see how they're going to try to adapt to this. I think the moves from the side of Demons RAAAAHH in game number 2 really help put them into a position to succeed. But the question is, are they going to get all those tools again from the side of Showtime, as they've really had quite a different look at what we've gotten to see so far, I would at least say. And we know they still have a couple of pocket picks left in the tank. I wonder if they bring them on out here, as this is their tournament lives coming in for this next game. This is their last shot to be able to keep themselves in, get themselves a bracket reset, and try to become NASL champions.
I think it really just depends on, like I said, the awakening start. We'll see that momentarily, and I'll talk a lot about that a little bit more depending on what we get. But also how Demons RAAAAHH decides to shut them down, right? Like last game rather, Demons RAAAAHH, ban that Atlas, take away Barcode's really his main pick. I mean, he's really good on the Mako, but Atlas is definitely his main pick. And so I think if they can still get what they want in terms of their comfort, they're going to go it. Showtime, it's taken them this far. Why would they turn their back on it now? And oh my goodness, we are going to see a Deadeye stacks on stacks. I mean, stacks really good for Showtime. Showtime loved that awakening, but Deadeye, I mean, a little bit scary here. Demons RAAAAHH with Deadeye. That's not something you want to see as the other team. And Demons RAAAAHH instantly going to be banning away the now, not wanting anything to do with that. Asher going to be hit on the Showtime here, probably going to Joker, but I do believe Barcode can play the Asher goalie here as well, depending on if they can get the Atlas or not. We might just be seeing an Atlas goalie with a, kind of just a safe midfielder plus a Asher and going full stacks, and they're just going to try to survive, but that just all depends on what Demons RAAAAHH picks here. Snake looked really, really good on the X last game. Going to be bringing it back for this one. No shocker there. But which of these damage characters, these Deadeye users, are going to be going towards Demons RAAAAHH here? Amy might be one just to make sure that Shianzu doesn't play it. Yep, Amy going to be going over probably to Kainu, but Gumi, as we saw last game, can definitely pick up the character as well. Vice is still on the table as well. Estelle is still on the table. A couple picks that will be key in this matchup still on the table. I am almost expecting possibly an Estelle. I don't think a Kai is going to be coming through here, but I mean, Shianzu's did it last game, and he managed to survive most of the time last game. So maybe we'll see a Kai coming in here. I mean, what are your thoughts on this quarter? We're going to be seeing the Atlas, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Atlas 100%. I do think the run back of the X-IME makes a lot of sense here. It's such a powerful scaling pick for Snake, as we got to see in that last game. If they can find a way to win one of these first 3 sets, it feels like almost an inevitability that Demons RAAAAHH are going to be able to do it. Though always room for a little bit of a surprise coming through from the Showtime side. They're going to take the Kai here to round out the composition. It's a classic Showtime comp here as they look to try to keep themselves alive in the NASL Grand Finals. A final pick now available. Feels like it's going to be for Kainoob, although
wow,
it's the Mako in the goal. They're giving Kainoob the IME.
Okay, this is interesting for Demons RAAAAHH here. So it may seem a little weird at first if you look at it. You might think, oh, why doesn't he pick Vice here? Why doesn't Kainu play Estelle or whatever, But Mako with Deadeye will surprise you guys. It does a lot of damage, and I expect that's what we'll be seeing here. I definitely don't see him picking stacks on stacks, and defense goalies definitely are, I'd say, better than the range goalies on this map overall. They're a lot more consistent. They're able to shut down the portal play a lot better as well. So, yeah, really interesting pick from Demons RAAAAHH here. I actually think this is going to be really cool. Apparently, we're seeing in the chat, apparently this is something they've been scrimming, so I'm excited to see how. I assume it's going to be Gumi. I mean, if we see a X-Mako forward duo here, I don't know what to think. I mean, humanity fallen if we see that. I don't think that's going to be what we're seeing here, so I'm just going to assume that's going to be in the net. But one thing that's key here, Gordo, is that last game, Showtime was having a hard time to survive, right? They didn't have the NAV, they didn't have the Atlas. They have the Atlas this time, right? Barcode has that Atlas, and Joker has the Asher as well. Asher definitely way easier to survive and take less damage due to the secondary passive compared to Rasmus, who just feels like almost a punching bag in that last game. So, Showtime had the tools and they had the opportunity to survive this damage, to take it to a bracket reset this game, but Demons RAAAAHH, they also have the chance to show us what this Mako means, show us that they are not to be messed with. They are the best team in the world. We'll have to see coming in here. Showtime, Demons RAAAAHH going into a Game 3. Bracket reset here on the line. And we're getting it started.
This is what it's all about, Borg. This is Game 3 of the Grand Finals. Showtime looking to earn themselves another series. Demons RAAAAHH looking to claim the title that they've been looking for so long. Right here, right now, this draft, this map, we are onto the field. Game number 3.
Okay, I was right. It was, I was right. It was.
All right, all right. Everybody calm down.
Everyone relax the chat here. There's no bag soldiers going on right now. We will see Gumi on the Mako, and as much as Gumi doesn't like the pick, I think he's still very good at it, so no surprises coming in here. We're going to be seeing what we saw, and Joker already looking incredibly low starting off this game, Gordo.
Yeah, absolutely. Great damage coming on across here earlier on, and Gumi is not letting it go. Talked about how much Gumi loves to be dealing damage from the goalie position at the beginning of this series, and this is going to be the kind of pick where he's going to be able to do it. Trapping him in the ensnare drums here, constantly using these perfect pitches and firing him out in towards Joker. That's been part of where that damage has been coming from. They will be able to take a barrier, though, on this first aggressive push from Joker and Xianzhu. Kainoob taking it back over into his side. Snake just trying to get that level 2 so he can have the Maximus available, and kind of getting run around a little bit so far. Just one more shot should be able to get him out of that level 2. He does find it, and he's immediately going to pop the Maximus and try to keep an aggressive stance going on towards the left side. Pushed in forward from Kainoob. Strike shot from Gumi, going to be able to put it back into his hands, but Joker pushing for more, trying to find that barrier, not quite able to do it yet. Back through the portal, though, goes Kainoob as he tries to get it into Snake's hands, and that's going to be the big difference maker. These two immobile goalies trying to get their way on towards the core, and midfielders and goalies just trying to get it into their hands. That's going to be a lot of the story of this game here.
Yeah, big story. Which goalie, I guess, gets bored first? Which goalie cracks first? As we see Barcode now, I mean, looking a little bit scary. Has no energy, has no abilities, but Snake unable to get that last barrier. And Gumi not in the right spot in order to save the barrier here. And Xianzhu, with a little bit of a stutter step, gets that goal, manages to find the timing and put it in that top side. Showtime with the first point, looking, just very slightly stronger right now than Demons RAAAAHH, but I don't think this point really means that much overall.
Yeah. Gumi got bored, though. That was what we talked about. Stepped just a little bit out of position, and that can be the difference maker up against who are clearly the two best teams at Omega Strikers in the world right now, based on what we've gotten to see here today. And that is the little tiny differences that can make the difference here in our grand final. Gumi putting it back on down towards the bottom. Another push for the path splitter from Joker. Won't be able to find the connection, but will be able to win out the strike war and just take it onto the barrier here. And it's Xianzhu and Joker back to their old business here. Strike shots both miss out onto the core, back through the portal. Kainoob going to be in position to be able to take it, trying to guide it on past Snake as Xianzhu staggered, but won't be able to finish him off. And Snake takes a boatload of damage from Joker on the return.
Yeah, Snake taking a lot of damage on the return, but Xianzhu already has taken a lot of damage and also has no energy, so looking incredibly vulnerable. But Joker, who wasn't vulnerable, just gets KO'd randomly by Kainoob, and then Gumi and Kainoob duo onto another KO, but Gumi got bored, loses the barrier. Is it going to matter? It's Joe Barcode with that flip. Almost does something, but it's not going to matter. Great effort there from the goalie of Showtime, but Demons RAAAAHH put it in on the power play.
And that's a classic Demons RAAAAHH point right there. You get the double KO, you're able to take it all the way home. Gumi forgets about his own goal, loses a barrier for it, but it's perfectly fine as he does come up with the score at the end of the day. The scoringest goalie in North American Strikers League takes himself another one, and they will keep on going. Snake has access to the flip, but very low on the stagger. Kainoob going to be able to set up with that sentry, and will be able to find the first of the barrier. Gets back over into Xianzhu's hands. Xianzhu takes one barrier, looking for a second with the barrage. And he's not done yet, but it will be able to get cleared back on out by Gumi. Kainoob coming up with the cyber swipe. Joker brawling for it. Going to be able to use the barrier beam to clear it back out. Finds the barrier and will be able to get themselves that open goal that they were looking for. Snake taking it back up towards the top, though. Back in through the portal. KO found by Joker. And a power play now here for Showtime as they look to take it into the goal.
Yeah, I mean, Demons RAAAAHH here, tough stuff, but they're managing to hold, and Snake does respawn. It's still not the end of this pressure, but I think the hardest part is gone. But no, Gumi just feeds it down right into Xianzhu. I mean, Xianzhu waiting at the perfect point there. Joker, the aura, as has been whispers around recently. Joker's lost his aura. I don't think so after that point. I mean, Gumi did not want anywhere near Joker, the core, rather. So Xianzhu managing to get the goal credit on that one. And I didn't talk about this before, by the way, Gordo. I forgot to mention it, but stacks on everybody this game. And last point, or rather 2 points ago in that second one rather, Demons RAAAAHH take stacks off of Xianzhu and off of Joker, but it didn't even matter, right? Xianzhu and Joker still aren't full stacked, but are still managing to get that last point and also managing to honestly get a majority of the pressure throughout that last point too. So what played to Showtime rather for keeping the pressure on regardless of the stacks on stacks count.
Yeah, good call out there, Borg. I mean, everybody just needing to match the movement speed of everybody else in this game kind of nullifies it as long as you don't end up losing your stacks like Snake just did. So going to be looking real slow compared to everybody else, at least for the foreseeable future. Counter KO, though, found. Kainoob going to be able to take Xianzhu off the map. And will be able to buy some extra time. There's going to be a brief power play here as Snake is back on up, and Snare Drum's trying to do its job, trying to keep the aggression going on towards the barriers. Will be cleared back on away. Gumi going to be able to dribble it using the strike shot, gets it back on over. Xianzhu going on the aggression, but the flip going to be able to send it back over, going to be able to find the open goal. Snake takes his shot, a follow-up from Kainoob, and we're going to 0.5 in the first set.
I mean, can we just talk about this Kainoob guy for a second? Like,
Can.
I feel like you can't talk about him enough, but the difficult positions, like the extremely difficult positions that Gumi and Kainoob have been put in by Showtime in these corners, but Kainoob, I mean, Gumi gets that first strike, but Kainoob manages to find these KOs, like right there on the Joker, find these random KOs, but also dig out the core out of every single bad opportunity that we pretty much find. And then now setting up Snake for, I mean, this guy just might be the best midfielder in the world at the moment. I mean, it's very close at this point, but he's showing that he wants the title yet again. Xianzhu looking incredibly low, but Barcode going to be going down to Snake, and now he just has to tap it in, but no, a great save from Xianzhu on the Giga Blast.
And here's the chance. He's still got 5 seconds to go, and Kainoob will take it home. A cyber swipe in to take set number 1 for Demons RAAAAHH.
You know, every time I feel like we found a little bit of, you know, just a relaxing point after some craziness happened, I pass it over to you, and then Kainoob or someone just scores immediately. It's been, I've probably like the 8th time that's happened this game, so that's pretty funny. But going into this draft now, Chrono Boost going to be actually getting denied from the Kai. Interesting pick there from Kainoob. Getting the range definitely helps, but Kai going to be getting the aerials anyway, so not sure how much that is actually going to do for them. Perfect form getting it taken away here, or rather, Gumi just wants the perfect form, and Adrenaline Rush going to be taken away, rather, on to Barcode. Snake, man, it sucks, but he just has to settle with Rapid Fire. Very weak awakening there, and Joker gets that heavy impact. Everyone kind of got something pretty strong, but very weird how that all unfolded. At the end of the day, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I still think the better team is still going to win. No huge awakening deficits as of now.
Absolutely here. It's now Gumi and Kainoob brawling for it yet again. Joker already low on the stagger. Gumi takes him out and gets the power play for Demons RAAAAHH yet again. And this is looking like the Demons RAAAAHH from the regular season, Borg. They're finding the KOs. They're setting up their offense. Snake is scaling up on this X, and they are taking it in towards the goal repeatedly. Open goal available. Kainoob with the flip doesn't need to use it as Snake is in position to take it into the goal.
I mean, Snake is so fast, and Kainoob keeps getting it back to him over and over again. The X, I mean, being in Snake's position just probably feels so good right now. You just always have the core. You're always able to provide so much pressure, and you're pretty much never dying as well. So, I mean, Snake is having an absolute field day, and Kainoob is doing everything in his power. Has basically a chip on his shoulder from that first game against Xianzhu, winning, like, I think that was like 4 strike wars in a row at the end of that point. So well played to Demons RAAAAHH, and also Gumi for getting that KO. Pretty random off the side, but Showtime not done yet, getting both barriers now. Demons RAAAAHH gonna have to try to find an answer to it as we're getting started in the second point. Might be over early.
Absolutely here. Really great offense mustered up here by Showtime to be able to give themselves a scoring opportunity, but Gumi can still hold on to this for quite a while on the Mako. Good damage onto Xianzhu, comes out of Snake. It's an open goal on the opposite side, and Snare Drums is connected onto Joker. He's taken out of the play for a brief moment. Kainoob and Snake not going to be able to capitalize quite yet. Gumi trying to keep on the pressure with the perfect pitch. Astral Projection buys some time as Snake is knocked back away, but he's right in front of the goal yet again, and Kainoob just keeps putting it there over and over again, but it won't be enough to find the score. Joker now trying to reset, get back into scoring position, show what he's shown in the first 2 games this series so far. Back through the portal from Kainoob. He's going to have the flip here before too long. Joker's going to be in the same position. KO found by Snake. There's no goalie in the arc, and an opportunity here for Demons RAAAAHH to be able to get themselves onto set point yet again. Kainoob comes in, dumps the full kit, and takes the point.
Wow, I mean, insane there. As we feel like everything has kind of settled down, all of a sudden, Barcode just dies. I mean, Snake, who has Rapid Fire in stacks on stacks and Slick Kicks. Not really damage, I guess, esque there, but manages to find the KO onto an Atlas of all people at the end of the day. Second time he's done that, and Demons RAAAAHH are just, I mean, laughing to the bank right now with these stocks. They are finding so much in these last couple points, and Showtime really need to just, they need to do something else. They need to find a new strategy here in order to get it past this Kainoob and Gumi pairing of the back line. but maybe that key is Xianzhu and Joker. Maybe that key is the offensive play from both sides here, getting both barriers as we see right now, and Gumi needs to clear it out, gets it for now, but Joker does not want this series, or rather the set, to end here.
Margin for error is shrinking rapidly here for Showtime. They were 1 game away. They were 1 point away from getting the bracket reset in game number 2, and now Demons RAAAAHHH are coming alive in game number 3 as they look to close out the NASL finals. A stuff from Kainoob takes away Joker's flip, takes away his shot on goal, and keeps this point alive. Snake goes in for another shot, not going to be able to find it, but Gumi's still holding on for the defense. Kainoob waiting with the glitch pop available, gets it back up over to Snake, advancing forward, blocked away by Barcode yet again. Perfect pitch, not going to connect, but Gumi going to have the patience, doesn't give the shot that Joker was waiting and looking for. Holds on to the goal for the time being, cleared back out yet again. Joker advancing forward, goes in for the barrier beam. Not going to be able to find it onto the goal here, and Snare Drum's going to trap him up for the time being. It's going to be all on Snake now, who finds the KO, takes the opposing scorer off of the board, and gives his team a shot at the score. Kainoob goes in for the flip, gets blocked away by Barcode yet again, as it's going to be the good swap coming out across, not going to be able to find its way in through the portal. Gumi finds it in overtime, 3-0. Demons RAAAAHHH taking us to set number 3 with a 2-0 advantage.
I mean, Demons are just showing an absolute masterclass right now. Kainoob, Gumi, Snake, I mean, all of them are playing incredibly well. We have pretty much everything on the board you would want here in terms of Awakenings. I'm curious to see what they end up going. We have a little bit of damage, size, speed, you name it. Nothing getting picked as of yet. Snake going to be getting that big fish, and Bulk Up actually going to be going over to Gumi, or rather Kainoob, to get a little bit more damage. Barcode gets that twin drive, so that definitely is something for the Atlas here. Xianzhu and Joker getting Missile Prep and Primetime respectively, and Orb Dance are going to be over to Gumi. I mean, biggest thing this draft really is that extra damage to Kainoob and the size from the X. Given how much Snake has actually touched the core this game and how involved he has been, I think that size is going to mean a lot in the grand scheme of things. So we'll have to see if this draft really changes anything. Maybe Twin Drive onto Barcode allows him to defend a bit better. We'll have to see, but nothing crazy starting as of yet in this third set.
And that was what was such a big deal in game number 1, partially. Having that twin drive, having the extra expanses, getting that extra defense to Barcode, making it tough for Snake to find the scores. And he gets KO'd here very early. Xianzhu with another big Giga Blast takes one off and will give themselves a shot. Kainoob, though, just going to keep on the offense, buys the time that they need, and it doesn't even cross midfield until Snake is able to respawn. Great time save there from Kainoob, but it's not enough. It's the shot from Joker, getting it past Gumi to break the loss streak for Showtime and put them back into competition.
I mean, the finesse, no pun intended there, from Joker, just a little silent shot up in the top corner there. Well played, and great Giga Blast from Xianzhu. I mean, I've seen a lot of good Giga Blasts in my day, Gordo, but I think Xianzhu has probably had at minimum like 3 of those a game. Like, he's found so many incredible uses of this Giga Blast ability. Probably one of the best users of it. So just the masterclass of the Kai we have been seeing. And the fact that, honestly, it doesn't even matter. The fact that Demons RAAAAHHH are dealing with this level of play from Xianzhu and Joker, and the fact that it doesn't even matter, you just kill him, right? You just kill him. You just take him off the field, show him what team you are, what team you're playing against. It's not going to matter. A Snake and Kainoob are forcing it down, hit it through the portal, but they're defending for now. Joker and Barcode are still in it, and they managed to stabilize.
Yeah, they are holding on for now. They're even back on the offensive here. Xianzhu's waited at midfield, getting it back into Joker's hands. Path Splitter is huge here, pushing back Gumi, and ends up with both barriers. It's an open goal for Showtime as they look to find their footing in this game number 3. Sentry Turret going to come out of Kainoob, buying them the extra space that they need. Snake taking it down towards the bottom. Cyber Swipe comes out across. Kainoob finds the KO, and Gumi's supporting at distance with the perfect pitch. It's a score for Demons RAAAAHHH. 2 more to go until they can crown themselves champions.
Barcode playing risky there on the goal line and gets called out for it. Kainoob with the Cyber Swipe plus the flip. Perfect opportunity there to find a KO, and he really gets it onto Barcode there. Great punish. You know, we've seen it kind of all game. If Barcode goes down, it feels like Showtime kind of goes down. Barcode, almost the heart and soul, I guess, of this team, the defensive backline, and it's not even going to matter. I mean, Demons RAAAAHHH are just playing with them right now at this point.
Back up to the top. Snake finds his shot, keeps Barcode distracted and gets the opportunity for Demons RAAAAHH. Maybe our last kickoff here of NASL Season 4 as Demons RAAAAHH look to keep on their hold. Showtime trying to fight back, trying to stay alive in the upper bracket. They take the first barrier early on, but it's Kainoob now on the breakaway on the opposite side, getting it back into Snake's hands. Joker staggered already, but not dissuaded from the offense. Wants to get onto this barrier, and a nice dodge away from Xianzhu. Going to be able to find the barrier, going to be able to stay alive, and going to be able to open up the goal for Showtime. But now it's Kainoob and Snake's turn. Flip comes on out of Kainoob, not going to be able to find the KO, not going to be able to find the barrier, but will be able to dodge out on some damage. It's Snare Drums whiffs on the top side. Snake going in for the spin. Gonna be able to find that second barrier. It's open goals for both sides. Snake taking it forward, sends it to the bottom, and Demons RAAAAHH find the win. Welcome to a new era. Demons RAAAAHH are your North American Strikers League Season 4 champion.
They've done it, Gordo. Demons RAAAAHH has fulfilled the prophecy. They might have won NASL West Season 1, right? I mean, as bounty hunters, but as the new roster, not new anymore, but new in terms of relativity with Snake. Took them 3 seasons, but they finally managed to do it. SADBOIS not even in the picture. Showtime put up a great fight, but Demons managed to get the better of them. Well played, I will say, from Showtime. I'm really glad that we got to see a different team in the Grands Finals yet again. Another team that feels like they can battle with the giants of SADBOIS and Demons RAAAAHH. And I'm excited for the future of this team, but right now it's all Demons. It is all Gumi, Snake, Kainoob. They finally did what they set out to do. Snake goes, I'll come back. Might as well play another season. The prize pools increase, all nonchalantly. But they did it. I mean, they did it, Gordo. They finally managed to do it. And besides that first game, with pretty much relative ease.
Crownless for such a long time here, Borg. We've been here so many seasons talking about how it all comes down to Demons RAAAAHH versus SADBOIS. We don't get the El Clasico final, but Demons RAAAAHH get their chip finally. They take down their rivals in the winners final, and they take down the upstarts in Showtime in the Grands to be able to crown themselves champions. There's no way to take this away from them now. They've finally done it. A massive accomplishment for these 3 who have been working at it for so long.
Yeah, I mean, really shout out to all the Demons RAAAAHH members. They've been hunting for this for a while. I think it's kind of just been a long time coming, right? I think Kainoob with the 2-time MVP, Gumi, always been the king of the West, one of the best goalies in the world, been a staple of the competitive scene for so long. And Snake, land winner extraordinaire, kind of just joins whatever team he manages to get on and wins everything with it. So all 3 of these players definitely deserve this NASL win. It's been a long time coming, as I said, and I'm excited to hear from them, hopefully shortly here in a little bit. But, man, I mean, before that, just talking about that game, it feels like Kainoob kind of just opened up another level, right? I mean, we saw Xianzhu, I talked about it a little bit in that second game, kind of cutting the gap, right? Managing to contest with Vaughn, managing to, in that first game, kind of best Kainoob a little bit, but on the Amy, on a little bit of comfort, manages to bring it right back, say, there's still another level to this young man, and take it right back, proving that, I mean, Kainoob is the best midfielder in the world right now, at the very least, and Demons RAAAAHH is the best team in the world right now. So congratulations yet again to them.
Yeah, but I mean, a massive level up from Xianzhu as well. Deserves to be in that conversation. Joker needs to be in the conversation for brawlers as well. Barcode for goalies. Bring a defensive goalie back onto the menu. What a massive showing from them here, and definitely a team that everybody should have their eyes on coming into Season 5. A tremendous showing from all 6 players here, and you got to remember, 1 goal away from a bracket reset here in game number 2. Showtime nearly 2-0 swept this first round, but Demons RAAAAHH, they hold fast, they take it all the way, they clutch up where it matters, they don't let go for even a second, and they ride that momentum into a game number 3 win and into their first North American Strikers League title post combination, post realignment, post realignment. Screw it. We'll call it whatever we want, but doesn't count until Season 2, not to me. So a huge win for them here to be able to walk away with that title.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure here, Gordo, casting with you yet again. Another banger of a grand finals. Glad that we got at least a game 3 out of it. Very rare we see Demons getting taken to a game 3, but Showtime managed to do it. Showtime made it a show at the very least, and Demons took away with the victory. So any last, I guess, words for me? I got nothing. So anything for you, Gordo? I want to close us out.
Nah, still love this community. It's awesome. Love everything that's been built here. Shout out to everybody involved with the North American Strikers League. It's terrific that this keeps running, even with no brand new content to the game. Looking forward to Season 5. Looking forward to many to come. And I'll see you guys all for liftoff and landing and everything.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We do have winners interview. It's not going to be us. Tech will be interviewing Demons RAAAAHH in just a second. So don't go anywhere. We'll be going to a very, very short break into a winners interview after Demons RAAAAHH. Kind of cool the adrenaline off. But see you later, everybody. It's been Borg and Gordo, you know, the GOAT cast. I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'm just going to say it, Gordo. I see it talking about we're the GOAT cast at this point.
That's the wrong direction. I got to go this way.
It's okay at this point. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And we'll see you guys next time.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Season 4 playoffs. This time, it's the post show. I have Gumi, Kainoob, and Snake here from Demons RAAAAHH, your NASL Season 4 champions. First of all, congratulations to your team for being the first place winners of NASL Season 4. I mean, what does winning this event mean to you and your team?
I mean, this means everything. Like, even though we won NASL West, and we cope about not winning NASL before a little bit, it definitely matters. NASL is obviously the most prestigious thing, and finally getting like a real NASL chip feels so good.
Oh, absolutely. I bet. I mean, I'll just start off, Gumi. I mean, how do you feel about these Season 4 playoffs overall? I mean, we saw so many crazy upsets just in terms of seeding left and right. I mean, how do you guys feel now that you're on top?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy, right? No one got the correct pick'ems because it was that crazy. Showtime came out here playing like absolute beasts. Like, who expected Showtime to play that well? I don't think anyone did. SADBOIS going out like they did obviously sucks for them. But, I mean, curse of the first seed, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we still had incredibly close matches versus SADBOIS, and playing against those guys is always so fun. Our winners finals set was so fun. But yeah, crazy playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that was a blast to watch. We were all yelling in the backstage channel. Kainoob, that final game, 90 shots on that final game. I mean, we see you so often just being so dominant in the midfield. How are you able to control the midfield that well? And how does your team enable you to do all that?
I mean, I don't know. I use the core and I use left click it like the beast I am.
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect answer, right?
Hey, strike better. Most of this game is just strike better. If you're bad, you don't strike good enough. If you're good, strike better and you'll get better. Simple as that.
That's
Yeah.
true. You heard it here from the #1 people. And of course, you know, Snake back-to-back S tiers. You got to feel great about that. I mean, how are you feeling about the end of this season and also just all the matches you played so far?
Exhausted. Very exhausted. However, every match was a ton of fun, but mentally, it's really hard to get through some of these other teams, for me especially. So having my teammates there by my side makes it a lot easier, and I couldn't do it without them. So
Yeah, I mean, Snake playing Omega Strikers, he's like getting through barriers in game while he's getting through barriers in his mind, bro. This guy has to cut through his mind to win games. Once he figures it out, that shit is so over.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys were killing it. And of course, some questions just about the overall season in general. I mean, which team do you feel like has been your biggest competition this season? I mean, we saw how well SADBOIS were playing. We saw how well Showtime is playing. What do you think has been like the hardest matchup for your team as a whole?
I think stylistically, playing against Showtime is the most difficult for us because playing versus SADBOIS, we just play our game and they play theirs, and whoever plays their game better wins. But against Showtime, it feels like we can't play our game. I don't know what it is that they do, but we have to adapt and play their game in order to win. But at the end of the day, our plan in that game was to just do whatever they did, but do it better because at the end of the day, we're better players than them. So if we do what they do, we'll do it better.
That's right. You guys certainly did better today than any other team, of course. The winners. Is there anyone that you guys want to give a shout out to? I'll give each of you an opportunity while we're here on the post show.
I have one shout out, and that's to one NSL team, Bang Bang. Thank you guys for screaming us the past week.
That's fact. You screamed them so many times. We had Josh in our call earlier. Yeah, shout out Bang Bang.
Yeah.
shout out Bang Bang.
Hey, shout out Gravity for bringing the Juno inside of Kainoob also.
Perfect. And what do you guys want to say to all the haters who have been, you know, hating on Demons RAAAAHH throughout this season?
I mean, honestly, it felt so good to not be on top with everyone thinking we're gonna win because I just knew being not the top and the favorite is so nice because anything we do is good. It feels so good.
That's right. Well, #3 seed comfort zone, right? Of course. And you
Yep.
know, each of you guys, how is your team going to celebrate after this win?
Well, I heard that Snake, Kainoob, Joker, and Shionzu might be playing some zombies tonight to celebrate. I was gonna buy a watch that I said I would get if we won playoffs, and yeah, maybe I'll try to finally get Masters in League. I don't know.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. So, of course, Demons RAAAAHH, everybody, thank you all members for joining me. I believe that's all the questions I have, unless you guys each want to say anything special that's on your mind.
I just want to say shout out to my teammates, man. we kind of have a history of like not taking everything like too seriously and kind of just going with the flow and being naturally good. And I think this is like the first time since we formed that we've actually had to think about what we wanted to do to win. We've just kind of been good. But this past week, no one complained about scrims. We had blocks like every single day, 2-hour blocks. Sometimes they were going longer. Yesterday, me and Snake VOD reviewed last night after kind of went to bed. We did some mock drafts last night as well. So I just want to shout out my teammates for actually like being good sports about putting in the effort for this playoffs.
That's right. The other two, I'll give you guys an opportunity to speak if you'd like. Otherwise,
I mean, I don't think I can speak. This Gumi guy makes me feel so emotional, man.
What did I do?
I mean, I love you, but that's all you have to know.
Kind of. Thank you for trusting me with the flip, bro.
I'll talk
man.
for a moment. I know outside of games, when we hang out with all our friends from SADBOIS, Showtime, literally anyone in the league, we hang out. Sometimes I dog on my teammates a little bit because like they'll do something that's interesting, but I just like sometimes it's hard to remember. All that matters at the end of the day is the big finale. So grand finals. I mean, Gimme locked in. Everyone talks shit. I talk shit to Gimme where he'll do something stupid in regular season, but it doesn't matter. We won at the end of the day, and this guy's such a beast. I just want everyone to rewatch that Gates of Obscura game. Look at this guy's saves against Asher. Like, just beautiful. So
Hey, I mean,
I thank my teammates so much, and
hey,
I love
yeah.
you guys.
Let me too, Snake. Hey, I mean, no one's no, I'm the best Mako in the game. Dubuka floor.
Oh man, it's always an honor to watch you guys play. You can see the camaraderie definitely when you watch Demons RAAAAHH. So it's been an honor to watch this season as a spectator, also cast it, and just I know everyone. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Demons RAAAAHH? We love this team. Number 1 in North American Strikers League Season 5. Thank you guys all so much for joining me. We have some exciting news that I'll have Saya put hopefully a graphic up on the screen right now for Season 5 of NASL. This is going to be our schedule. Of course, September 28th and October 5th, we're going to have Launchpad, which, of course, you can follow the flow chart. October 19th, liftoff, and October 20th, landing. We hope to see you there. And, of course, tomorrow, August 25th, is the finals day for NASA, the North American Strikers Academy. So make sure you tune into the Bestie in Slot channel again to see which team will be crowned champion. Of course, thank you all so much for joining me. Congratulations to Demons RAAAAHH, or North American Strikers League Season 4 champions. And we hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.